gun violence. Stop 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 gun violence.
Con la asistencia de líderes comunitarios, familiares y amigos, fue realizada una vigilia para exigir justicia a las autoridades de Nueva York por la muerte a tiros del joven Juan Peña, de 18 años, el pasado mes de febrero. Dicha vigilia fue realizada en la calle Park Avenue y esquina Tremont, en el condado del Bronx, donde se encontraba el joven mientras le disparaban varios balazos desde un automóvil en marcha. Las familias del joven dominicano piden a la fiscal que avance sobre el caso, ya que hasta el momento no hay nadie detenido en torno a la muerte de su pariente.
I am the aunt of Juan Peña. Muchísimas gracias a todos por estar aquí en esta noche reunidos en memoria de mi sobrino Juan Peña. Estamos aquí para honrar a un héroe, un joven lleno de sueños, de pasión y con un espíritu de liderazgo. ¿Por qué lo llamo un héroe? Porque cuando tienes solo 18 años y decides unirte a la Marina de los Estados Unidos para luchar por tu país, para defender a tu gente y servir a tu nación, ya eres un héroe. Un héroe para tu familia, para tu comunidad y para tu país. Y eso es exactamente lo que fue Juan. Su sueño era vestirse el uniforme de la Marina y servir con orgullo a esta nación. Pero ese sueño fue arrebatado en esa esquina. La madrugada del 2 de febrero, alrededor de las 2:45 de la mañana, mi sobrino fue asesinado a balas en la esquina de Park Avenue y Tremont, donde estamos todos aquí parados. ¿Qué es esa esquina? Juan fue asesinado a bala. 4 tiros le quitaron la vida. La Marina perdió un futuro soldado. Nosotros perdimos a un hijo, un sobrino, un nieto y un líder. Aquí yo me encuentro hoy con mi madre, la abuela de Juan, mi hermano, el tío de Juan, yo que soy su tía. Mi hermana actualmente se encuentra en la República Dominicana porque ella no sabe cómo venir para atrás y enfrentar esta realidad. Lo más trágico no es solo lo que pudo haber perdido. Juan no perdió su vida peleando en la guerra de la Marina. Él perdió su vida en la guerra que se vive en esta comunidad. La guerra está aquí en las calles de nuestra comunidad, que es lo más triste. Todos los días escuchamos lo que parece fuegos artificiales, pero no son celebraciones, son disparos. Vivimos en medio de una violencia armada que no da tregua. Hoy fue mi sobrino, mañana podría ser tu hijo, tu sobrino, tu nieto. Porque una bala no tiene nombre, puede alcanzar a cualquiera y en cualquier momento. Estamos perdiendo a nuestra juventud, a nuestros futuros doctores, policías, maestros y líderes. Y lo más doloroso es que nadie hace nada. Mi familia nunca volverá a ser la misma. Mi hermana no puede dormir sin pastillas. Mi madre llora todos los días por su nieto. Mi hermano llora cada noche recordando el recuerdo de mi sobrino entrando por su puerta a abrazar a su hija Leila. Y yo me pregunto, ¿cuándo esto va a terminar? Me aferro a una frase de Albert Einstein. El mundo no será destruido por las cosas que hacen el mal, sino por aquellos que miran y no hacen nada. Y como líder de esta comunidad, me niego a quedarme callada. Le hice una promesa a mi hermana y a mi sobrino de que alzaré mi voz y que lucharé por las calles más seguras. Haré justicia por mi sobrino Juan Peña, por la seguridad pública de mi comunidad, para más protección para mis hijos. Yo tengo 2 niños, Max y Alaya. Tengo 2 sobrinas, Leila y Keila. Y en cualquier momento algo le puede pasar a mi familia. Nosotros no estamos seguros. ¿Cómo yo puedo confiar que mi hijo pueda andar en su bicicleta alrededor de mi comunidad sin que en una bala dispare de un carro? Yo no me siento segura. ¿Y ustedes se sienten seguros? Quiero que recordemos a Juan Peña no como una víctima más, sino como un héroe. Un joven que soñaba con servirle a este país, pero su luz fue apagada demasiado temprano. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you. Gracias, Sherry. Powerful words, palabras bien potentes.
This is Park Avenue in the Bronx, off East Tremont. The better known Park Avenue is in Manhattan. Do you think they would allow drive-by shootings and shootings of any type in Park Avenue in Manhattan? Do you think they would allow that? Where this Metro North train, which passengers are getting off of right now, comes from Grand Central. And many of these folks working all day are going to go to Mamaroneck, Scarsdale. Wealthy communities, quiet communities. Do you think they would tolerate these kinds of shootings, drive-by shootings in their communities? But in the Park Avenue in the Bronx, it's tolerated, it's accepted. When I came out of the D train, because I always take the trains and subways, I'm the only candidate for mayor who rides the subways and buses. I got out, it was 7 o'clock, and there were 50 marauders on dirt bikes going up and down Grand Concourse, kicking cars. You know, some of them were carrying toolies. If somebody had objected, they might have pulled out a gun, shot him. No cops. You had the mayor earlier yesterday claiming he had the perfect budget. He was going to hire 5,000 more cops. We're down to 31,000 cops. You need 40,000 cops to get control of the streets. And they keep patting themselves on the back, talking about what a great job they're doing. They're doing a lousy job. They never come to Park Avenue in East Tremont.
That's right.
Go to Park Avenue, Manhattan to collect campaign contributions.
Or to win our votes.
They're up in the suites, not in the streets. But here's another victim who will not be forgotten, Juan Peña.
That's right.
I must tell you, I attend a lot of these commemorations, a lot of these eulogies over the years, not just here, but all over the country, in which the victims are nameless and faceless. There's not much community, there's not much family. They get buried in a place like Potter's Field, anonymously. At least here there's love from family and friends. You will preserve his memory, Juan Peña. To the Dominican Republican Club here in the Bronx, Sammy, you are the new majority. You're the majority in the Bronx.
Yes.
Don't let them tell you any different down in City Hall. That's not how you treat the majority. You make them the priority if you're the majority. Dominicans have come here as immigrants. They work hard. They raise their families. They don't deserve to be gunned down in the streets. Gunned down in the streets. And so you got to make a decision in memory of Juan Peña. Do you want the same old elected officials telling you how safe it is in New York City? And we know that's a lie. Or are you going to take a chance on the guy who started right here in the Bronx, who myself got shot 5 times with hollow point bullets on the orders of John Gotti Sr. to John Gotti Jr. and the Gambino crime family? I know what it's like to be a victim of crime. And every time it happens, you can't turn the page. So I want to thank all of you for preserving the memory of Juan Peña, not just because of his life, but to make sure this does not continue to happen again and again. And to the new majority in the Bronx, you didn't come to this country to be victimized. If I understand well, his mother will not come back from the DR. Reminds me of Jose Alba, remember? The Dominican merchant in the bodega who had to defend himself, who had to stab the person who was trying to kill him. He had to flee to the DR because he said he's not safe in New York any longer. You're the majority in the Bronx. You don't have to take a back step to anybody. Where are all the other elected officials? Oh, we know where they are. They're up in Riverdale. They're probably living in Westchester and pretending they have an address in the Bronx, like a lot of Bronx officials. One thing you know about me, I'm a man in the streets. I've left my blood in the streets, and I honor those who have been victimized in these streets. And if you're kind enough to elect me, I guarantee you will be the majority and treated as a priority. And those in your community who are victimized, we will make sure that justice is done. Just as it would be done on Park Avenue in Manhattan for the wealthy, the rich, the well-connected. So thank you what you're all doing. Dominican Republican Club, you're nice to see Democrats doing the same thing, but they would have to acknowledge they failed. They failed the people. They're not providing any protection. But hey, I say Democrats, Republicans, Independents, let's all come together and make a safe Bronx, because no child, no elderly person, no woman, no man should be victimized by violent crime in the streets of the Bronx. I owe everything to the Bronx. This is where I created the Guardian Angels. I would be a person of no consequence if not for the Bronx. When I'm your mayor, I prioritize the Bronx, because this is where my roots are. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Curtis. Yeah, give him a round of applause. Thank you, Curtis.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. It's very sad what happened to this young man, only 18 years old. Sorry guys, thanks for having me. Very sad to come here in this situation. The young man, only 18 years old, gunned down over here on the corner. We've got to fund the police. We've got to get the guns off the street, the gangs, the senseless violence. Too many young people have been taken away, unfortunately, like Juan. And it's just heartbreaking. It's unfortunately not the first or the last time, but if we don't change the folks that we vote for coming up in November, nothing's going to change, and more young people, more old people, more all kinds of people are going to get killed because the city's not safe no matter what borough you live in. So I appreciate you guys having me come out here. Muchas gracias. Buenas noches.
Thank you, Peter. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
My name is Patrick McManus, as Sammy said. I live over in Throgs Neck. We deal with our share of violence over there, not as bad as here, but I just want to say a few words about what transpired here. It is my honor and privilege to stand here. It is my honor and privilege to stand here tonight with all of you, as well as the Peña family, to remember Juan. In an instant, the Peña family, the Bronx, and the United States were robbed of a young man aspiring towards greatness. Whereas tonight's vigil is a beautiful display of compassion and unity, we shouldn't be here. We shouldn't be here, and we can no longer stand by idly and allow these tragedies to replay over and over again in our communities. I know that tonight is not about politics, but let's face it, through their soft on crime legislation, our elected officials are responsible for this tragedy and all of the pain that the Peña family is feeling. Until they pass laws that will hold criminals accountable for their actions, unfortunately, we will be gathering like this again and again. So please join with me in pledging to stand with the Peña family as they grieve and strive to get justice for Juan, and also to work towards creating a community in which there will no longer be a need for us to gather in mourning the loss of innocent lives. Please keep Juan Peña and his family in your prayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
I couldn't say he didn't deserve this. This guy never was mad. I never catch him mad. And he was the greatest dude ever. I'm not just saying that because he passed. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It's sad we're all here today. We're not gonna stop. We're gonna also do like a protest walk for Juan soon. Every Saturday we have to. That's all I gotta say for now.
Thank you. And we promise we'll be there for that protest walk because we're protesting. I want to thank everybody. Justice. The family needs to know what's happening. Nosotros le queremos pedir a la fiscal que por favor contacte a la familia y le deje saber qué es lo que está pasando con este caso. La familia merece justicia. So hacemos este llamado esta noche. We make a call on District Attorney, the Sir Clark, to please contact the family and let them know that justice is being served in this case for the family. Thank you everybody for coming.
Can we close in prayer?
Huh?
Can we close in prayer?
You want to lead us?
Dios, nosotros pedimos que le da fuerza a la familia Peña. Sabemos que una de las cosas más difíciles en el mundo es cuando uno pierde a un niño. El problema no es nada más lo que pasó a Juan, pero todos los años pedimos niños a la calle que no es necesario. Lo que duele más que Juan no fue un muchacho de la calle. Tú lo ves aquí en esta foto en la escuela, sus amigos, fue un muchacho decente. Y esto no desea pasar. Dios, te pedimos que tú ayudes a la familia y ayudes a la comunidad, porque esta comunidad es de nuestros. Amén.
Amén.